Hi everybody, my name is COPiX, and I just got a new piece of equipment for my computer. So I guess I was just gonna show you how to do that. But while I'm here, I might as well show you my setup. This here is my chair, my computer. I have a nice fancy little keyboard that's supposed to be good for my wrists, but it's not. It's a wave keyboard. The problem with it is that when I go to type, I clickety-clackety, then there's just a little, usually a problem with the fact that my wrist is here, and here's this. And I should be kind of like this, but then that also gives me wrist problems, so I'm probably just gonna get a new one sometime. Eventually. Then closer up here is, not that zooms in much closer, here's my preamp, which is what I plug my microphone into. It takes the microphone and it puts it into these two channels. This channel is my main channel, which is right here that I changed to. This is where my normal talking voice is. And then here's this channel, which I actually just got these splitters, so I haven't set it up yet. This channel is going to be probably set with a pad and turned up a little bit so that whenever I yell, it won't clip and distort, so I can just choose this channel in editing instead of that channel, so that everything sounds nice. Speaking of microphone stuff, here's my microphone. While I'm sitting down because I'm lazy, I'll just bring this down. This here, this arm, is a newer arm that I got for like 20 bucks. Works just fine. And I have what is called a shotgun microphone, or a boom mic. It's really good at picking up sound from a very direct area. This is why they use them in films, because if you'll give me a second to do this, because if it is, the lobe of sensitivity goes straight here and blocks it out all around it, and a little bit from the back, and a little bit to these sides where you can see the little grooves. There's a little bit there, but that's so that it'll just block out any sound, like the fan of my computer back there, the anyone talking off to the side or something like that. My light, which is up there, makes a small amount of noise, but it blocks it out. It's also, fun fact, what most people use whenever you hear like a horror or a action movie, and you hear the guys who have a really low voice. They use this because it has something known as the proximity effect, which is that the closer you get to a microphone, the more bass tones they pick up. So they'll be like, hey, it's me, your favorite YouTuber that you should subscribe to, or else you will have to tie them to a chair. You saw that video, right? How many people did you tie up? Please tell me. This is where the where the camera usually is. So if I were to put it up there, you would see something close-ish to this, except for the fact that I use a different lens, which is this one. It's really hard to hold on to this. I could grab something, but I'm lazy. I use this lens. It is actually just the kit lens, the lens that came with my camera. And I have it set to about 24 millimeters. So it'll be a lot closer to this 11 that I'm using. Very wide angle. Which brings me to the camera that I'm using. Maybe you can see it with my dirty window. What a dirty window. see it. Canon. Nope, you can't. Whatever. I'm using a Canon 70D. It's pretty old. They just came out with the 90D if you were going to get the same one but slightly better. Or the ATD. ADD. Here's the main light I use to light up half of my face. You may be wondering why I light up half of my face. That's because you want to get the shadows, so it gives you more definition. That's a film thing I learned because I'm smart. So it kind of lights up here, kind of bounces off, lights off here, and you get kind of a shadows over here, which gives it definition. That is my hair light, which I have going to my hair, which separates me from my background, which used to be foam, but that doesn't stay up. Excuse me. Which I don't know what I'm going to do for the next background. Then I have this light, this LED, and this LED to hopefully make the background at least slightly interesting. I have two 24-inch Asus monitors, and then lastly back here, certainly not leastly, is my computer. I custom built this in 2018, cost me about $2,500, and I just bought this new graphics card, which I will be opening up and showing you. Can you guess how much it cost me? It cost me too much. I wanted to get it as future-proof as possible. This came out like January 10th, 2020, so it's pretty new. It's EVGA is the brand who makes it, and it is a GTX 2060 as opposed to my what was it, the Gigabyte 1050 Ti, which is what I had, which is a pretty good graphics card, but it is not as powerful as this, and that's pretty good for gaming. The problem is that I just had it being kind of choppy because I've overworked it, especially with Premiere Pro, which is what I use to edit. So yeah. Anyway, let's get to unboxing this thing. Of course, the most important part. Here I am. I have everything. Just gotta change one thing real quick. Hello, I'm back. You're gonna see my shiny forehead because I have my hair back because you can't see me that well. Hard part is that you can't really see me if I do that, so I'm gonna see if I can turn this up. Okay. Maybe? I don't know. My forehead is so bright. By the way, I do apologize for the bad audio. I thought I was going to be able to plug in my microphone and have it run while I was working on my computer, but then I remembered that it would be running while I'm working on my computer. That doesn't really work too well. So, hashtag not sponsored. Ah, that's some good stuff. Okay, so in case you were wondering, I'm going to be talking throughout this whole thing, so it's not that boring. I got my Canon camera for those burgeoning YouTubers. Burgeoning. I got a Canon camera because I bought it because I wanted to go into film, and I got that because a friend of mine had it. But a bigger reason why I got it was because Canon has the best color science, in my opinion. So if you are planning on just shooting in a color preset, which means that you aren't shooting in RAW, which is something that most cameras can't do unless you're spending $2,000 at least nowadays. When I bought this camera, you could barely find it in anything, because this thing is from like 2011 or something like that. And even if you are going to shoot in RAW, this will be able to get the best color out of it than any other camera currently. I currently like Panasonic after Canon. Sony, people like Sony after it, but I think Panasonic has just a little bit better. Sony tends to be a little too warm for me. So that's just personal opinion. But don't stab myself. Let's try not to do that on camera. Okay. So that and Canon with the presets, you can just pick one that you really like, and then just go with it. Kind of with what I'm doing right now. I actually picked my own, as in I went into a user. This is like user number 2 or something like that, and I put up my own contrast and stuff like that, and what I thought was best, which is nice. Canon also has the best autofocus. Anyone who knows cameras will tell you it has the best autofocus. And then people will say that Sony's getting really close. They're not. And oh hey, look at this. I got 2 coupons for HelloFresh. 9 free meals. Probably shouldn't show you the number. 9 free meals. I don't have autofocus on currently because it's loud. 9 free meals and an $80 gift card. I don't remember what I got this with earlier, but I feel like I got this with something not too long ago. Awesome is here. Look at that. Okay. I'm probably going to leave my old graphics card in there. Maybe? Just because there's no reason having that, I guess. Here it is. RTX GeForce NVIDIA. Some people like what's the other one? I don't know, because I don't like it that much. Some people like Radeon more than NVIDIA. Some people swear by it. I personally like NVIDIA, but I have no basis as to having experience with Radeon, so I can't really be like, oh yeah, I had Radeon and it was horrible, and I like this so much better. Because I can't say that, because I didn't. Why are there are extra boxes that you can't see it? I'm sorry. You still can't see it. Okay, there are extra boxes in here. I don't know why. Anyway, save this for later. And here's the graphics card. I'm probably going to leave it in there actually until I pull this out a bit. My cable management is horrible. I'm sorry you have to see this. So I was thinking about it. Both of these only have one VGA connector. So I could, so one of my monitors is HDMI and one is VGA, which means that VGA is a better quality than HDMI, which means I could then just run a VGA for both of them. But then I thought about the differences and I have no idea what that would be. I'm not that well versed in it to be like, oh, it makes no difference, or actually, yeah, it'll make a big difference. So, here it is. I just have to take off the protective film. Here, I want you guys to enjoy this too. Asthma. Hope you heard that click, because that means it's in. That's a good thing. So now, to take off the back, you may be wondering, how do you take off the back? Hi, this is just the back of the screen. Trying to work on my cable management. It didn't work very well. PewDiePie would be upset. You know. Okay, there you go. Now let's see. So bright. Better. I've made no space for myself. Oh, I gotta plug it into. Rip, forgot to do that. Why do they wrap these the way they do? Destroy the whole thing before it works. This or that. Okay, so I finally got it to work. We have two of them. All set up. I'm going to be downloading the latest studio driver. This is now the inside of my computer. I don't worry too much about looks. I don't care too much, but there's the graphics card inside. And yeah, that's it. So thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.